It was built around about the 1913,
Okay.
and they closed down and moved to another part of the city. Now, the Market Theatre opened on the 21st of June 1976, and this was just 1 week after the historic Soweto Students Uprising, June 16.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's when it opened. It was actually founded by Mr. Manny Menem and Mr. Bunny Simon.
That's right.
Good. So this theatre here, I'm sure you know who this is, Dr.
course.
John Kani.
The legend.
The legendary Dr. John Kani. It was actually renamed to the John Kani Theatre on the 10th of June 2014.
Okay.
And he was actually performing a play that he had written. Just after performing on stage, he was called on stage, back on stage.
So it was a
and
surprise.
It was a surprise. His family was there, his colleagues, just everyone that he's worked with as well was here.
Wow.
And he was basically awarded with this beautiful theatre.
Wow.
So we're gonna go inside to check it out, and if you have
Okay.
any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay,
Very good.
wonderful. Let's go.
Awesome. Just come with me. Okay. This way.
Oh, I like how it's not too big.
Yes. It's actually a 450-seater,
Okay.
and we also have the balcony at the top.
Oh, so there's space at the top
There's a space
as well.
at the top as well, yeah.
Oh,
And just
my
check it out from
goodness.
here. I don't know if you want to come on stage, maybe
I
to
would
just check
love
it
to
out?
come on stage.
Yay.
I mean, stage is my thing.
Stage is your thing, girl. So this is one of the largest theatres that we have.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mrs. Mops. I present to you. I'm joking.
No, go ahead, please, please.
No, I
I'm
just get
enjoying this.
so excited to be in this space. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so this is actually a 450-seater.
Okay.
We normally have seat numbers, which allows people to actually select whichever seat they want.
Okay.
And the first production to stage here was called The Persecution and Assassination of John Paul Marat, which was written by Peter Ways.
Right.
Yes. So I don't know if you have any questions maybe that I can answer. What do you want to know about the space?
I just in the John Kani Theatre, which is this one.
Yes.
So everything is according to numbers, but do you sometimes, if you like throw an element of surprise, mix numbers around so that you don't let family members or friends sit next to each other for, like, I don't know, for like suspense or?
Not really.
Not really.
So what normally happens, we normally don't use the seat numbers. It would really depend on a production that's on. Right? Like there's a current production that's on that allows people to actually choose whichever seat numbers they want.
Okay.
But mostly people just sit wherever they want. It's normally on a first come, first serve base. And if you have VIPs like maybe people from Parliament or, you know, they would obviously allocate maybe seat one. So the best rows would be A, B, C, D, and E.
So these are the best rows?
These are the
A,
best
B,
rows,
C,
yeah.
D, and
Just
E.
this part here.
Okay.
These are the best
So you can
rows.
get to see properly.
You get to see properly, yes.
Nice.
So yeah, it really doesn't matter. I guess it's really on a first come, first serve.
And is this the smallest one that you've got? You've got a bigger one?
This is the biggest one that we've got.
Is this the big?
Funny enough.
Oh wow! So it gets a little bit more intimate as you go along.
I would say, you know, for me personally, if we have a play that's staging in here, this is the best part. This is where you have to sit. For there, I prefer when we have your musicals, your dance shows.
Yes.
But if it's a play, obviously with plays, it's quite intimate and you really want to engage with the actors as well. So depending on how full it is, if it's not that full, we normally just ask our audiences to sit in between the rows that I told you about.
Yes.
So that they could also engage with the actors.
So John Kani once stood here and
Wow, that time.
performed the legendary John Kani. Wow, I would
legendary,
like
yeah.
do anything to meet the man.
He's amazing, actually. And it's funny you mentioned that. Before he actually became an actor, he used to work for a Ford Motor Company
What?
in the New Brighton area. So, and then
Okay.
during his spare time, he performed with the Serpent Players Drama Group, where he met Mr. Athol Fugard, who's one of the best playwrights, actually.
Yes, he is.
And that's basically how his journey began. He was also performing in high schools, community halls back in the New Brighton area. And dang, bam, the Market Theatre happened. So.
Oh, that is amazing.